Hey my friends, let's take a look at practical applications of yoga postures. And to be honest, many of the yoga postures that we do are kind of like crazy, weird positions that don't seem to have any resemblance in our everyday life. So when we look at aspects of poses, sometimes even just transitions between poses, then we can see, hey, this could be quite useful for our normal life or the life that we're not spending on our mat practicing yoga. So today I like to look at chair pose with you, utkatasana, when we take a stance where we bend the knees, bend the hip, and then we can do various things with our arms. But in my case now, the lower part of the body that I like to focus on with you. I know many teachers also like to focus on the upper body, but for our purposes, let's take a look at the lower body, where we have the bent knee, we have the bent hip, and then the center of gravity, the upper body, is over the feet, so we can still maintain a balance. That element of the bent knee, particularly when we keep the knees slightly apart, the feet slightly apart, that allows us to also stabilize the knees inside and out. When we then take a look at bending the knees a little bit more, coming a little bit further up, so varying the height or the depth of your postures, you see different muscles activating or certain parts of the muscle activating differently. That is a good training aspect. When we stand up, so we straighten the legs again, then the mostly lower aspect of your quadriceps, the front of thigh muscle, does contract and strengthen. Various aspects of it, be it the outer, middle, deeper, or inside, have a, let's say, responsibility, or they take care of certain angles. So my suggestion for you is, when you practice chair pose, don't always end up in the same height. I always have to be at this angle. Maybe you go a little bit lower, maybe you come a little bit higher up, and you will notice some aspects or some heights feel really easy. Yeah, I'll hang out here. Other aspects, you're like, ooh, there's more work for you, right? So that's the one joint. Second joint for you is then here at the hip, where you'll notice we'll have different ways of how far we can tilt the hip forward. At these angles will also vary the spinal curvature. However, that's not part of our consideration now. We have a hip tilt, and just take a look at which part of your hip tilt is actually affected by which muscle groups. Now, if you haven't checked it, you can take your hands to your butt and just move up and down a little bit and change the hip tilt a little bit. You will notice these gluteal muscles are the ones that are working for you. So again, the more we tilt the hip, or the more we stand up, the higher we are or the lower we are, this will affect your gluteal muscles in different ways. So once more, when you practice, come lower a little bit, maybe you come higher a little bit. Through that you learn and you practice the strength of, and control now for a sec, the action of your deeper gluteal muscles. Where does this become relevant for us? Very easily, you see me standing in front of these stairs. When we walk up and down stairs or walk up and down steps, we'll do exactly this part. We'll have a step up onto the stairs, sideways. We'll step onto the stairs, knee is bent, hip is bent, body weight is over the base. Then, like coming out of utkatasana, out of chair pose, we're simply straightening the leg. Yeah? That means your utkatasana, particularly the standing up, coming up, transitioning out of utkatasana, is the same action that you use for taking a step and a step and a step each time again. Stepping up. Action in the lower part mostly of your front of thigh muscle, and action in the buttock muscle and the gluteal muscle for that step up. So go practice with that. See, maybe even with your hands on your butts, and it might look really funny, like stepping up. Oh yeah, I'm using these. And look where your back is at the time. How far are you leaning forward? How far are you bending your knees? At what point in your practice do you notice, I'm strong here, there I'm less strong. So which part can I bring in to make, let's say, walking upstairs, running upstairs, walking up an incline, all the same actions. How can you improve that for yourselves? If you're interested in more of that, the Anatomy Show courses cover all that in more detail. You find out what's going on inside of the muscles, how they're connected further up and down of the body, how does that really affect the health and composition of your entire body with your posture. So you could look at obviously the knee and thigh course, the hip course, the lower back course, and the spinal course. Maybe you're interested in the fascia course that really looks at the whole body composition and how one action in the body affects the rest of it. Go check it out and let me know what you think.